Hi everyone, it's Sara, your GM for the evening and show producer. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to our very first sponsor, Weirdworks, for sponsoring this and the next 3 episodes of Luck and Chaos. I'll be talking about them more in a little bit, but if you'd like to pause now and go check them out, you can use code HYPE for $5 off your purchase of $40 or more. Their information is linked in the show notes. Have you gone to check them out yet? Great. Let's get on with the player introductions.
Hi everyone, my name's Shen or Alessa Vamp on the interwebs, and today I will be playing Yuiza, who's a wood elf rogue. I use she, they pronouns, and she uses she, her pronouns.
Hi there, I am Zachary Vaudo. I am playing Arat Kshizhin, the Damphier, humanish, wild oracle. Any pronouns for me, he, him for Arat.
Yeah, I'm Abby. I'm going to be taking on the role of our most darling Fisscourth, the Ahuling Cleric of Keening. We both use she, her pronouns. Sorry, nothing too spicy here.
Hey there, everybody. My name is RJ. Today I'm playing Sulong Shen, and he is a human barbarian. I also go by he, him, vanilla as it goes.
Let's jump into it. Last week, we enjoyed a little bit of a downtime episode. We had a talent show in the local tavern and discussed the next moves with the other party of adventurers that have been in Dulhen since before you got here. And after a night of camaraderie and a hearty breakfast with some guests the next morning, you all set out into the forest to go looking for the creature that Lowry Moon had hired you all to find that was potentially going to interfere with her book club. Something's been scaring other creatures in the forest, and even the plants, she says, are giving her warnings. And as you've gone further into the forest, it all seemed fairly normal until you got to a campsite, obviously abandoned. And at that campsite, you notice a tent that looked like it had strips of fabric just not slashed, but pulled right out from the fabric. And that is where we are picking up, as you had just heard some cawing and a loud scream from not too far away.
I am protecting my bubble. Just want to put that out there, because this is Beth's bubble.
It is. Yuiza, you did find a bubble friend last session. If you would like to give them a name, you can. But can I have everyone roll a perception check? Yuiza, I will need you to roll yours at disadvantage, as you are currently charmed by this creature.
It's fine.
It's totally fine. Nothing wrong here.
This bodes well. I got a natural 1.
Well, I got a natural 2.
Okay.
It's a total of 5 for me, but natural 1.
16.
Total 5 for me too. Look at that. Twinsies.
Natural 20.
Nat 20. What did Fisscourth get?
16.
16. Sulong and Fisscourth, you both noticed this. Yuiza, you are just enamored that this bubble loves you so much and you can't pop it. And Arat...
Guys, it's purring.
Arat, the sound it makes hasn't changed quite enough for you to pick up any change in its behavior. But Sulong, Fisscourth, as you look back, it's now not just one bubble. It's 3 that are floating around Yuiza and her hand.
Should we be concerned about that?
I believe it just gave birth. We should be very concerned about that.
What?
Something gave birth?
The bubble, it had children. A brood.
Oh my god, it's got little bubble babies.
This is so
cute.
Would you mind if I...
One.
What? Fisscourth is trying to cut a wing between Yuiza and the bubbles.
Hey, this is my bubble, thank you.
Okay, but perhaps we should cut down on the bubbles before we figure out what they are. If they could be venomous or poisonous.
It's fine. First of all, if it's poisonous, I just won't bite it. Why would I bite this bubble, first of all? Second of all, if it's venomous, how can it be venomous? It can't bite me.
Venom absorbs through the skin.
Yes, precisely.
Are we gonna ignore the scream?
Everybody else seemed to. I can't quite tell where it's coming from. It could be very far in.
Yes,
Everything's
we should.
fine. It's
No, something just screamed, Yuiza, and Arat, would you keep tabs on her, please? I worry.
I will certainly do my best, though I didn't even know that we had a bubble problem until you all told me.
Sulong, we should go and look into that scream.
Yep.
This will lead the way to where the scream came from.
As you move further into the forest, you come across a river and a bridge made of wood, little rickety. It's been here for a while. It's obviously not well maintained. There don't appear to be any human structures around, but you don't hear another scream. You don't see anyone yet. Do you continue on?
Sulong, we should go. I'll get the others before we go further. Let me know if you hear anything. And Fizz is going to run back and, gently touch Arat on the shoulder. It's Fisscourth, not Bubbles, I promise. Would you mind bringing Yuiza along with you? We found a bridge, and if this turns out to be dangerous, I'd rather have us at our full power. Or at least most of our power. And Fizz will gesture towards the bubbles.
I suppose so. Yuiza, would you like to leave your bubbles here for safety, or would you like to bring them into possible danger?
No, these bubbles are coming with me, guys.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you wanted to endanger your new friends or not.
Oh, I feel like they can take care of themselves, and if they can't, I'm with them to try and protect them. I will protect them, first of all. But if they're alone and there's no one to protect them, what's stopping them from getting popped?
So long as you are not too upset if they pop in your protection.
Okay.
And I'll put a hand towards Fisscourth and wave towards Yuiza, and
I'm
be led wherever we're
going
going.
with my bubble. I can't move the bubble, but it is moving with me. And my little bubble babies.
We will theater of the mind that the bubble goes with you at this point. But yes, you all arrive at the bridge. There has not been a further scream. Do you continue forward? And if
Yes.
so, how?
I mean, unless anyone else is going to be upset, Fizz is going to test the bridge with a single foot before stepping on. We've learned our lesson with doors.
Mhm.
Hopefully this one does not come out and bite us.
Go ahead and roll me investigation on the bridge.
Oh boy, I've got a -2 to this. This is going to go so great. That's a
Beautiful.
7.
It's a wooden bridge.
It seems sturdy enough. I'm scholarly in this matter. I'm quite familiar with how these things work. I will go first. After all, I do possess these, and Fizz will spread out her wings. Should this bridge fall under my feet, and she will confidently stride across the bridge.
Can
Okay.
things swim?
Some can. Some love swimming, in fact.
I believe she mentioned being averse to it at one point, but I do not recall the specifics as to why.
Fisscourth didn't like it when I went into the water. They're like, oh, there could be water hoolings and they can eat you. And I'm like, well, Fizz, you can eat me, first of all. Then you're on the ground, so.
Does anything happen as I walk across the bridge, Your Honor?
No, you make it across, safe and sound.
I'm gonna gesture for everyone.
right behind.
Fabulous. Sulong, you make it across as well. Yuiza and Arat, are you also crossing the bridge?
Yes, I'm crossing the bridge.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Wonderful.
gesture for Yuiza, and then I'll go across slower.
As you make it across, everyone roll me perception checks.
This is so a disadvantage.
No, this one is not a disadvantage for you.
So my first roll was a nat 1, and this one's a natural 20 for a 24.
22.
Okay.
Thank you to our sponsor, Weird Works, for these dice.
Okay. What did Sulong roll?
16. It did not come over. Weird. Oh, there it is.
That's okay. That's fine. You all just needed to roll above a 10. As you are all walking forward, Arat, you hear more of that chiming, that odd, almost purring that the bubble makes, coming not only from Yuiza and the multiple bubbles that are now floating about her, But you hear it coming ahead as well, and the rest of you see another bubble floating up ahead.
Is there
clearing.
more?
I'm hearing the same sound as the bubbles behind me are making up ahead.
Could be pack hunters, predators. Keep your distance.
I think it might be a bit too late for one of us in that case.
Oh
but
my god, hi!
The bubble does lazy circles in the clearing. Do you continue after it?
Yeah.
I was gonna shoot it, but I'm not gonna do that without party permission.
All right. Yuiza, as you enter the clearing, roll perception for me.
A disadvantage or regularly?
Irregular.
10.
It takes a few moments, but you hear a
Ah! Oh. Hello.
"What are you doing over there?"
I'm playing with the bubbles.
"Well, could you keep it down? They'll come back." And you see, as you look to the side, a small goblin man on top of a rock, almost flat-bellied to the rock. "You need to be quiet.
Who's coming back?
The birds, they're coming back."
What birds?
"What birds?" As you ask that, are the rest of you following Yuiza to this clearing? Or are you holding back?
Worriedly so, and with crossbow in hand, because I'm a little tired of these bubbles. Taken, my friend.
So long, I'll bring up the rear.
Okay.
I'm following at whatever pace I can.
Then you will all see, as Yuiza says, "What birds?"
Oh, that
well,
bird.
A huge creature come out and stick its head out behind a rock. It is large. It's the size of a ostrich for our player's frame of reference, but its feathers are sharper, more colorful, almost painfully colorful in this vibrant green forest setting. This looks like something that should be in a more tropical location. It has the coloring of a parrot. But as it walks forward on 2 feet, and it starts to puff out its wings, I will need everyone to make another perception check to see if you notice this final detail.
is it a sight-based one?
Unfortunately, it is.
So then I won't roll.
Okay.
16.
16,
23.
23,
12.
12. Sulong, you don't see this. But for those of you who rolled above a 15, you see, dripping from its beak, is blood.
Oh, that bird.
And as you say this, it starts clicking its beak, and it moves closer, assessing the situation.
Fisscourth between clenched teeth, everyone says, "I believe this is a sight-based hunter. Do not move a muscle."
Okay.
What?
Move!
Sulong, as you scream, "What?" you hear a "Walk, walk," and more move in, as these creatures are pack hunters.
And hearing this noise all around me, I'm just going to say, I guess Fisscourth is closest to me, I'm just going to say, if I'm facing north, where are they in relation to me?
Yes.
They're all around you.
Well, I could do things all around me, but it might hit some of you. You might want to be a bit more specific.
Fiss gives a general description, still standing still, but now she slowly draws her crossbow and is just pointing it at the one that is facing her, nervously, waiting for this thing to strike.
You can hear the blades coming out of Yuiza's arm bracers.
And with that description, I'll just like like lift my hand very like close to my body and like in the direction of the one that is I guess it'd be to my character's left.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And as you all prepare for battle, these creatures come in, tilting their bird heads from side to side. Arat, you hear the clicking of beaks. It's almost that raptor-like click that we hear in dinosaur movies. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. As they move in closer, assessing you all.
Oh.
I'm gonna ready a cantrip, but I'm not gonna do it yet. Not until I hear them like start to like actually like flare up.
Okay.
But I'm focusing on that one in particular so I can keep track of it because there's a lot of noise around me.
All right. I will need someone to roll me a d4.
I can do that.
Fisscourth is
boy.
1. Arat is 2. Sulong is 3. Yuiza is 4.
My hands are actually shaking. I'm so nervous. It might be the caffeine too. We'll see.
Choose. Whose fate will you seal? Choose.
That's Fisscourth. That's a 1.
All right. As you are all waiting, from the bottom, past the bubble, the walk at the bottom lunges in towards Fisscourth and makes its bloodthirsty pounce attack. I will need you to roll me a DC 13 strength saving throw, my friend.
I'm standing so still.
What was your roll?
6.
Okay. Does a 9 hit you?
That actually doesn't hit. Oh my god.
Fabulous. So you are still knocked prone because you failed the save. However, as it shoves its beak down towards you, it lands next to your head instead of into your flesh. And this is where we're going to roll into initiative, everybody. Up first, Yuiza.
She is going to actually bonus action disengage. I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
And as her action, I guess this one's now farther away than originally. She's gonna take out a vial that has like this purpley liquid in it, and she's going to throw it in between these two whack-whacks. Not necessarily hitting them, but like the general area, and she's going to throw her noxious needle compound. They need to make a save. I will tell you which one it is.
Okay.
Because it's I'm still a little confused on this. It doesn't tell me what kind of save. It just says on a failed save. I'm going to assume it's Constitution because it's poison.
All right. So the first one rolls a 19.
Okay.
That for a 21. A second one, a 3.
Okay. So
the first one was 19. The second one was 3.
I can still do damage.
Mhm.
So what it will do is my sneak attack. I don't know why it only shows 1d6 when it's supposed to be 2d6. I'll just roll them not manually, but like not from the
That's fine.
macro. Nice 5. So the one that rolled 3 takes the full 5 points of poison damage, and I cannot regain hit points for the duration. And then the other one takes 2 points of poison damage and doesn't do anything else.
Okay.
Sorry, necrotic damage. It's necrotic, not poison.
Anything else on your turn?
That is all I can do at the moment.
Up next. All right.
I was aiming at one, but then this one that lunged at Fisscourth is now, if I'm looking at the map, right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to switch focus to that, and I'm going to use action to draw a card.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm not going to draw a card. I'm going to pull from my Fate hand, which is one of the pre-established ones. That's one of the ones that flipped upside down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to choose the Elemental.
Okay.
So I pull the card and aim it at that bird, And this card is going to disintegrate and turn into Witch Bolt, which I'm going to roll for.
All right.
The 21 hit.
That does hit.
All right. Then it is going to take 8 lightning damage.
Oh.
And a factor of Witch Bolt is every turn that I don't use an action for something else, I can just deal that again.
Okay. All right. Anything else for your turn?
I'm going to just sidestep in closer but a bit behind Fisscourth so I can keep this thing in range. But also attend to people nearby that are closest to me, because I just sort of take one step to the side for that.
Okay.
I can get a better sense of them being right there.
Okay. Up next then, Sulong.
Sulong is going to survey the battlefield, prop his axe over his shoulder. Rage? Because he's not letting these things get a hit on him.
Yeah?
That's some sort of damage reduction. He'll also yell, don't let them surround you. And he's going to boot scoot boogie up to this one over here.
Quack, quack.
And you're about to get a whack whack.
Quack, quack.
And he'll swing his great axe downward. There is a little divot in the ground where he stepped off. Reckless attack. Here we go. 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
It takes 15 points of slashing damage, and it has to make a contested strength check against me.
Okay, you said that was 15?
Yes. Or contested athletics check, I'm sorry.
Athletics. All right. Let's do an athletics check. 15.
Yeah, it does it. So the secondary effect does not go off.
All right. Anything else?
I'll take an attack of opportunity. He'll fall back towards Arat.
All right. It didn't like that, and it will definitely take that attack of opportunity against you with a natural one that's not going to hit. So you're good. Up next, them birdies. This one down here in the furthest corner from you all is going to take a running charge at Yuiza.
No, God.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. But I will need to make you to make a DC 13 strength saving throw as it uses the bloodthirsty pants.
My -2 stat? Yeah, that's 11.
Yeah, you are knocked prone, which means it'll make a beak attack as well against you.
I don't like that.
You know, I do.
That's fine.
Does an 8 hit you?
It does not.
Fabulous.
Actually.
Just like with Fisscourth, it seems that their eyesight is not as good as their size might indicate. It goes to bite at you, but instead of biting at you, it bites down and it clamps down onto a rock near your body.
Does it hit the bubbles?
Does not hit the bubbles. The bubbles just move away. And
That's what you're good for having prey animal eyes.
up next is the walk over above that near the rocks. It's going to try and move in towards the NPC. However, he is up above them, and I don't believe it can get high enough to get him. Let's find out. It's gonna have to make an athletics check to get to him. It's not gonna make it up there. So this other walk is trying to get up to where this small goblin man is, and you hear him just screaming, "Get away! Get away!" And it is now his turn. And the tiny goblin will also bonus action rage.
Yes.
And pull his great axe and swing down at the walk below him for a 17 to hit, which does hit for a natural 20.
To go NPC guy.
Right?
It's that goblin ferocity, baby.
So that walk gets a great axe to the noggin, as that's probably all that Hugo can reach from up there with his tiny arms, and it does not look good. Plus his rage damage. That is the NPC's turn. Yeah, that puts you next in order. Sorry, I didn't catch that first.
So good. That's honestly a relief because I was about to get beat up real bad.
You are prone, so you can spend half your movement to get up, but you are face to face with a walk.
I am gonna get up. And you know what? This bitch pushed me over. That hurt my feelings. I know what I do to people who hurt my feelings. Walk you too.
Walk.
It would be such a shame if this poor walk, who I presume probably isn't sapient, were hit with inflict wounds.
Wouldn't hurt me none.
Does a 12 hit?
It is just under. It does not hit. So sorry.
I think, I'm panicking. I'm getting up. Spells coming to my hand, but it misfires just outside this thing. I hate it. We're both missing. But that's my turn.
All right. Up next is the injured walk. No, wait. That can't be right. Which one? Oh, no, this is the walk next to you. Here we go. Who will make their attacks. First attack, it makes with its beak. Does a 12 hit you, Fisscourth?
Wow, we are both gay and we're both missing a lot. It just barely misses. We both need glasses.
Its second attack is a talon attack. Does a 21 hit you?
Sara, please.
I'm sorry and that I'm not sorry. For 6 points of piercing damage. And let me apply that to you. There you go.
Minecraft oof sound. Thank you.
Big old,
you, God.
Big old oof sound. Next walk. Sulong, this one's coming for you as you hit it. And it will make a multi-attack as well.
Come on, I'm ready for you.
Does a natural 20 hit you?
I'm not that ready for you.
Okay, it only rolled a 1, so you'll take half of 5. Let me apply that for you.
It's a 2, 3, 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, rounds up.
Okay.
For its second attack, we'll make its talon attack for 14 to hit.
That is a miss.
Fantastic. That'll be the walk's turn. Squawking angrily in your face. We are back up at the top of the round to you, Yuiza.
Well, there's a walk in front of me, so I'm gonna stab.
I believe you're prone also, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna use half my movement. Just get up.
Fabulous.
God. This is a 13 hit.
That hits.
Oh god, okay. Normal. It's gonna be 5 points of damage.
All right, it'll take it.
And then I'm gonna use my offhand as my bonus action to attack again. Another 13.
That does hit.
That'll be just the 4 because I believe it doesn't add the modifier as an offhand attack.
Unless you have dual wielding, it does not.
Maybe I will soon. Who knows?
Maybe you will soon.
But before piercing too.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
That's all I got. And I'm like, oh, there's so many of them, and my bubbles are moving, and I don't know what's going on.
With that being Yuiza's next turn, can I get everyone to roll a perception check?
Oh no.
I don't like where this is going.
These are just the babies.
14.
14.
Stinky little 20.
Stinky little 20, love it.
The 5.
5.
10 for Sulong.
Fantastic. We were looking for a 10. Yuiza, you love these bubbles so much, and you are preoccupied with this walk that knocked you over. You all look over at Yuiza as she deals these 2 blows. Quick, 1, 2. But as she does, you notice that the bubbles swarming around her have tripled. Up next, Arat.
I don't think I noticed the bubbles tripling.
You
Unless
hear
they
a
make
lot.
a popping sound.
You hear a lot more bubble chiming and purring.
Awesome. Well, something else I heard was the bird in front of me snapping at Fisscourth, so I'm going to snap back and hit it and keep the lightning damage going. 9 points of lightning damage, immediately hitting it.
All right. It'll take that damage. Up next, then, Sulong, we're back to you.
These 2 walks over here by the goblin are currently preoccupied with said goblin, correct?
Yeah.
Cool.
They really want to eat that tasty little morsel.
Cool. Nice. I will take an attack of opportunity to sidle up to this walk over here.
Does a 12 hit you?
No, it does not.
Okay, now you may move away. You're good.
Walk. I'm gonna walk away. Okay. Swinging at this walk here. Am I targeting it? This is the button to target. I'm learning.
You got this. I believe in you.
Reckless.
Do it.
22 to hit.
That hits.
For cool. 11 points of slashing damage and contested athletics checks, please.
Okay. That's a 9.
24. On a successful athletics check, I get to shove it 10 feet, and it takes 1d6 lightning damage.
All
or thunder
right.
damage, as basically Sulong is essentially doing a drive-by golf swing.
All right. I'll say that you knock it down this way since there's a rock behind it. How much lightning damage does it take for thunder?
It's d6. Let's see. Could I argue I want to swing it into the rock to do extra damage?
Yes, but it won't move away then. It would have to go straight back.
That's fine.
Okay. Roll me an extra d4.
Yay. Dos.
Dos. It's looking real rough. That walk is not walking. Up next.
And I want to use the rest of my movement. I'll provoke another attack of opportunity from the walk I just hit.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the rest of my movement to sidle up next to the walk Yuiza is fighting, so she gets
Okay.
an attack.
Yeah, it's not going to hit you. You're good.
Hello, I'm here to fight.
Quack. Speaking of the one that's next to Yuiza, it can get both you and Arat in this. It's going to use its wing slap. The walk slams its sharp-edged wings together in front of itself in a 15-foot cone. I will need a DC 13 dexterity saving throw from both you and Arat.
I'm 20 feet away.
Okay, you're good then. So just Yuiza.
20.
Okay, so you will just take half damage, but you are not knocked prone. So you will take half of 9, which is 4. All right, and that is its turn. Up next, this other walk trying to get at Hugo. So you see this walk jump up and hit the little goblin that you all heard screaming in the forest. And that goblin is very bloody. But that is the walk's turn. Up next, this walk, assessing the threats, moves in. What's up, Yuiza?
This is a hate crime.
And it will do its multi-attack against you. 10's not going to hit.
No.
Second attack is its talon attack. 11 does not hit.
No.
Okay. You see this walk turn its head and come for you with that raptor-like speed. And it makes that head movement and it tries to kick at you. And you just weave from side to side around it.
Bobbing and weaving.
You are bobbing and weaving. And my man Hugo over here, it's your turn, buddy. He is going to swing with that great axe again. Oh, and he swings, and you see him lift this great axe high above his head and swing down, but his wounds are too much. He just barely misses the walk that is attacking him. And that will be Hugo's turn.
Oh no, Hugo, I would come over, but I'm being Jurassic Parked right now.
Fisscourth, your turn.
I'm really tired of missing this thing, and I'm pretty sure it's tired of missing me. It would be such a shame. Again, bringing dark magic, dark forces into my little bat fingies.
That'd be such a shame.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds at 2nd level.
On which one?
The one in front of me, this guy right here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that guy. And does the 17 hit?
A 17
Actually,
does
that's
hit.
a 22. Ooh, okay, that's even more.
Definitely hits.
Die, bozo. Die.
40-10.
40-10. That's 28 points of necrotic damage. As I throttle this thing, I just wrap my talons around its neck and start infusing it with dark magic.
Fisscourth, that is more than enough to take this walk out.
I got angry.
You absolutely got angry. And as you wrap your talons around it, and this dark magic flows into it, you all see this walk course with dark energy and then seize up and fall over in Fisscourth's talons. And it is out of combat. Anything else?
I am going to tap Arat on the shoulder to indicate that I'm moving. And then I'm going to use a little bit of my movement to head over to our friend.
You will take an attack of opportunity if you do that.
Oh,
Took that
good
as
point.
an Opportunity.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go over and see if I can help our little goblin friend. So Arat feels that tap and then the whoosh of wings as I kind of flutter on by. If I
Alright.
move, that is. Oh, I'm measuring. That's why. I'm like, why am I not moving?
Sounds good. Up next, the walk is going to move in to Arat's territory and make its attacks. Now that the little bat is gone, that looked so tasty.
That hurts my feelings.
Well, you hurt its feelings. You left. It just wanted to eat you.
That's so rude.
Okay. Does the 23 hit, Arat?
You know, just barely.
Just barely? Not. It's just barely high enough.
Yeah, it's like right over it.
Gotcha. For 4 points of damage, go ahead and apply that. And then it'll make its second attack against you with its talons. Does the 14 hit?
That one's actually just barely, yes.
Okay. All right, for another 4 points. And that'll be its turn. Up next to the top of the round, we go back to Yuiza.
I'm gonna stab this bird.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have a big turkey dinner.
Which one are you hitting? The one,
This one.
the one below you? Okay.
Below me, between me and Sulong.
Okay.
And let's do short sword.
Let's do it.
Normal. That's a natural 1. Offhand attack with my dagger. Ah! I'm missing. There are so many bubbles around me.
It's getting a little bit difficult to maneuver. The bubbles don't feel like much, but they just manage to make you just slippery enough, it seems, that you're having trouble making these attacks. Up next. All right. You got a walk squawking in your ear.
Yep. Just kind of, and I'm gonna reach up with another card from my fate hand, and I'm going to show it. I'm gonna put the card right in this thing's face.
Okay. Walk.
Yeah. And I hold it up, and it's the wizard card.
Okay.
And so as it squawks at it, it dissolves and hits it with 3 magic missiles to the face.
Oh, heck yeah! Let's do it.
So that's gonna be, well, it's a 14 plus 20. So yeah, it's well over. So it's going to take
Go ahead and just give me the total damage.
10 total.
Fantastic.
Bludgeoning fireworks go off in this thing's face.
You do that, and It rears back for a minute, and the rest of you see this walk shake its head as its own blood is now dripping from its beak. Up next. Well, anything else? Was that it?
No, can't do anything else.
Okay, perfect. Up next, Sulong.
I'm going to use a bonus action to dash, as it's a perk of my new barbarian subclass, Wild March.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take an attack of opportunity from the walk in front of Yuiza as I leave it square.
Sounds good. I have a question.
Yes.
When it comes to pack tactics, do attack of opportunities also get the advantage?
Yes.
21 hit?
Yep. Just hits.
9 points, and I will have that for you.
Reduced to 4.
Yep. All right, go ahead and move.
All right. Going to strike at the walk next to Arat.
As you move through that space,
Yes.
we'll need you to make a charisma saving throw
Oh boy.
as you're moving through the bubble space.
Oh, I didn't know the bubble was part of the...
Oh yeah, I thought that was attached to Yuiza.
No, that's the other one that y'all saw here.
That's right.
17?
You save. You were not charmed by that bubble.
I have bigger fish to walk.
Ain't that the truth? Is that it for your turn?
I'm attacking.
Okay,
Yeah, 20 to hit.
that hits.
For... Yikes. 16 points of slashing damage.
What does it look like as you walk past this bubble and just end this walk?
Seeing how Yuiza's been acting a little bit strangely after the whole bubble situation,
Mm-hmm.
Sulong has been rushing headlong towards it, slides underneath it, and at the end of that slide does an upper swing with the great axe, just bifurcating the walk in front of Arat. There's like the blood splatter. Using the momentum of the upward swing, he sinks it behind himself and turns, using the momentum to propel himself this way towards the goblin. But we'll stop here because actually he has enough movement. 15 minus 60, 45. Yeah, he'll end up next to Fist. I'll take another attack of opportunity from the walk that is right next to Yuiza, but not in front of her.
Okay.
Since he ran away, he doesn't see the moment the blood splatter like hits Arat. He just kind of goes,
Tastes like chicken. Does a 15 hit you?
Does not.
All right, you're good to go.
Continue my movement here. That's it.
Fantastic. All right. Speaking of winner chicken dinners,
Mm-hmm.
Yuiza,
Yeah,
you're still surrounded.
I am.
This walk will make its attacks against you again. Does the 21 hit?
It's too high.
Too high? Okay. Well, that's unfortunate because you are going to be taking 4 slashing damage.
I don't have evasion yet.
You don't. I'm sorry.
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge. I don't have it yet.
21 hit?
Yeah.
It's going to reach out with its talons for another 7 points slashing damage. And that'll be its turn.
I regret my choice.
This walk up here will make its attacks at Hugo. Hugo, what's your AC? Oh, good. That does not hit. Thank God. Second attack. Okay, that one won't hit either. Hugo dodges 2 more attacks from this creature, still bleeding profusely. The other walk by Yuiza will make more attacks.
I don't like that.
I know you don't, but I do.
Kill me. Kill me.
24.
Kill me. Yeah. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. For 9 points.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Go ahead, hit me again.
I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get you on those death saves.
Yeah.
She says as she rolls a 19.
Mm-hmm. If it's more than a 3, I'm down.
Then Yuiza is going down in an earlier round.
We're going
By
down
one.
swinging.
Yep. All right. Yuiza is down and on death saves. Up next, we have Hugo. It's not going to hit. All right. And that is going to be Hugo's turn. Fisscourth, you are running to save this NPC, who is obviously nearing their last legs. And as you run past Yuiza, you see the birds about her bite and claw and tear at her, and she falls to the ground. Who do you go to save?
Without hesitation, Yuiza. Without
Okay.
even caring about the fact that this thing could get an attack of opportunity, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Yeah, for some reason, I still can't move, but I'm going to run over to Yuiza and...
The good news is
Yeah.
that these are so large, you're still within their space if you move over, so you won't incur an attack of opportunity from the one that you were next to.
Fiss immediately grabs her charm, the little vampire bat skull cast in silver, and casts Spare the Dying on Yuiza.
Okay.
It'll cause Yuiza to go stable, but if she wakes up or is even conscious enough to hear it, Fiss is just murmuring this strange, screechy prayer.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty terrifying to wake up to. I really hope you're not conscious. But that'll be my turn.
I'm stable. I'm just unconscious, so you're fine.
Yay.
Sounds good. All right. With Yuiza stabilized, that puts us back up at the top of the round for Yuiza. Yuiza, you are stabilized. You are good. You do not have to roll a death save. Takes us now to Arat. All right, you just heard Fisscourth reverse gear and haul ass back, screeching at something near you. You're not sure what.
I'm pretty sure I heard Yuiza go down.
You definitely heard Yuiza taking the hits. And then something fell.
I am going to charge in this direction, like literally just like walking stick up, and as I reach them, I'm going to pull from the last fate hand and throw it straight down on Yuiza. It's the Celestial.
Okay.
So she's immediately going to get 4 HP, and she's going to get 4 HP at the start of my turn, so long as we're going. So
All right,
She-
I will
if she
apply
go-
that.
if she goes down again, it's going to pop back up. And I'm going to use the remainder of my movement to jump tackle this one.
Okay,
21 to tackle.
that hits.
I'm going to knock it prone, and I'm going to stay on it because my next round I'm going to do the thing.
All right, sounds good. Up next, we got Sulong. Sulong, Yuiza went down. There's a goblin on a rock, screaming and looking very hurt. And you saw as Fisscourth screeched something, and Yuiza's wounds stopped bleeding, and then Arat just went bonkers and out of nowhere leaped onto this bird with incredible precision.
They've got it handled.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna swing for the fences on the walk next to the goblin.
Okay,
Recklessly, as usual.
go for it.
Why not? Please. 21 to hit
That hits.
for 15 points of slashing damage.
You swing out at this recklessly, and it takes this walk down as well. And you don't just hit this walk, you nearly shear it in half with your blow. But the goblin is safe.
Pivots on a foot and will walk over to this walk, staring it down in the face, and spins his axe in his hands like you're next.
Quack, quack. Quack, quack. Up next, is the walk that you all just walked towards. It is going to, let's see, does it get its attack back?
Oh no, that's a very tasty clump.
It does.
Oh no.
Let's see. No, it does not get its wing attack back. So it will just make a beak attack at you, Sulong, since you just walked over to it menacingly. Does the 23 hit?
Yeah.
All right. For 6 points of slashing damage.
2, 3.
Reduce it to 3. There we go. Applied. And its second attack with its talons.
Ooh.
Does an 18 hit?
Yep.
All right. 9 points piercing halved.
Reduced to 4.
Yep. That will be its turn. Up next, it's the creature that was prone with Arat on it. It's going to try to stand up. Does it have to make a strength save against you?
Yeah, because I tackled and pinned it, so it's grappled.
It's grappled. Okay. Let's see if it can make that save. That's a... How does grapple... I never remember how grapple works. It's strength versus
Contested
athletics?
athletics.
Contested athletics.
Contest. Okay.
Or
Okay.
if it's escape, acrobatics is
Good.
higher, it may use acrobatics to try and escape.
Yeah, it's not. That's a 9.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Okay, so it's staying down.
You just see it lift up and I slam it back down.
All right, so those are going to be... Does that... That doesn't use its attacks, right? Or its action to try attempt that, right? It just rolls at
No,
disadvantage.
that's... Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
One of these days, I'll learn how to play this game, but today's not that day.
I'm usually not a grappler. I just punch the crap out of stuff.
So let's go into the attack. Not gonna hit. Second attack. Not gonna hit again. All right. It is tromping at you, or trying to, and kicking, and raising all kinds of hell, but it's done.
Anyone who can see is seeing Arat's head actually like dodge the beak. Almost like you can see it.
Hugo back here is going to slide down the other side of the rock out of sight.
Coward.
Look,
He's really hurt.
He's hurt.
I understand. He's really hurt.
He's a little guy in a frightening world.
the little dude is going to run behind the rock and hide. Fisscourth, you're up next.
So, all right, you have quite a bountiful little meal pinned down, wouldn't you say?
For now, yeah.
It'd be such a shame if I were to use my bite action and latch onto its neck and start drinking.
Nom nom.
Certainly can.
Yeah, I will do that. Let me roll. Do-do-do-do.
And I think that'd be an advantage because
Mm-hmm.
it's prone
Because
and
it's
grappled.
pit. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
First one was a 17, but I'll roll twice just to make sure. Yep, 17. Does a 17 hit?
That definitely hits. Chat. This is what I call the we're not trapped here in with you. You're trapped in here with us part of the fight. So y'all just go for it.
You messed with my colony, so I'm going to turn you into a meal. And for
Mhm.
4 points of piercing damage, and which I gain as health points, this is going to, in a classic vampire move, throw her head back and just stick her teeth directly into this thing's neck and just gulp.
Up next, Yuiza. The world went a little wibbly wobbly, and then your friends came, shrieking and throwing themselves at these creatures, and you are back up.
As her eyes open, her first instinct, it's not to move, it's not to breathe, it is literally to hit. So as she wakes up, she's going to go straight for the bird that's underneath her without second thought, like just what's it called, muscle memory.
Sounds good.
That's a natural 20.
Excellent.
I love the dice you gave me, by the way. I'm gonna keep mentioning it every session.
Maybe I should go back to making dice.
You should. I will use my dagger because I didn't say short sword.
Mhm.
That's 2d4. Or do you want me to just double a d4?
You can roll 2d4. That's fine.
Okay.
Same thing.
Okay. A 3 and a 4. That's not bad. Plus 4, so that's 8. 9, 10, 11 points of slashing plus my sneak attack, which is 2d6, which is also doubled. So a total of 25 points of slashing damage to this bird.
This bird was looking generally okay, and then you all see Yuiza take her knives out and just slash into it.
Her eyes open, and I believe like Sula would be the only one that sees this, as the other two are like mounting this bird to drink it. She springs up into her feet, just a cold blank expression, very different from the Yuiza that you are used to. And she swings back and stabs this bird in the neck, pushing it to the ground, like stabbing through the neck. And you see blood get on her face, and she just looks up to look at the next bird, and it's just expressionless.
I love it. We love a bad bitch moment. That walk that you hit looks incredibly hurt. Arat, you smell so much blood pouring out of this thing now.
Is it still alive, by the way?
It's still alive.
Okay, I have
Just
an
barely.
offhand attack.
You do. Would you like to make that offhand attack?
I would love to make that offhand attack.
Go for it.
That's cocked. So that is a 10, but I do get plus 6, so 16. 3 points of damage.
Still up, but looking real hurt. Up next, Arat.
Alright, so Yuiza immediately gets 4 more hit points. Because it's the start of my turn. And do you care about the order that bonus action happens in?
No, that is totally up to you.
Alright, so bonus action, still on top of this bird, I'm gonna grab my stick, pivot, and swing around since the people that are on my left are currently ducked down, and I'm gonna club the bird that's standing in front of Sulong with the stick. 22 to hit.
That hits.
10 bludgeoning damage on that one.
Where do you hit this bird as you take it out?
The one that's standing in front of not the one I was mounted on, the one that was standing in front of
the
Sulong.
one that Yuiza just hit.
Okay, cool. I'm going to really just straight into the temple. It's a targeted shot.
Love it.
Hit it, and then for my action, because apparently this counts as a melee weapon, I'm going to drop my stick, turn back around, and do the exact same thing that Fisscourth did to the one that I'm pinned down. Vampiric Bite.
All right.
16 to hit.
That hits.
Lovely. 7 piercing, and I'm going to take 7 HP back.
Fantastic. It's not liking the two of you. Awesome.
Those who didn't know now see Arat just rip into this thing's neck and pull back with blood sprayed up the face.
Gotta say, very bisexual of the both of us to be covered in blood like this.
Extremely. Sharing a meal.
Vampiric Bite is the most bisexual attack that you can make in
really
a
is.
5e game. I'm not gonna lie.
It's fact.
It is. As someone who has played more than one damn fear at this point, it is a mood. Up next, Sulong.
Man, if it hated those two options, here comes a third.
Is Sulong also gonna bite it?
I don't have a bite yet,
Yet.
but I do have an axe.
You do. You want to axe it a question?
No, I'm gonna decapitate it.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Recklessly.
Okay.
13 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, okay, sick.
Its AC is only 13. You might as well know that at this point.
That's 15 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh, it's still up?
It's still up.
Hilarious.
This one hasn't taken as many hits, so
That's so good for them.
yeah.
Good for you. I'm gonna boot scoop Boogie up to its face, and it's prone, correct?
It is.
Sulong pops a slab squat in front of it and hikes his axe on his shoulder and just stares down.
Yeah.
That's his turn.
All right. Up next is this Walk's turn, and it's just going to make its attacks at disadvantage. Aiming at Arat. Nope, 6 isn't going to hit. On a natural 1. Second attack. Arat, does the 21 hit you?
Yes.
That is for 10 points slashing. I have to move the walk. Hold. It was in the way of doing its own damage.
Walk was in the way.
It was in the way. All right, there it goes. Back where it belongs. That will be the Walk's turn.
All right.
Fisscourth, you're up next.
Okay, jokes are over, games are over. This thing just dealt a pretty bad wound to Arat, so I'm gonna be humane about this. Use up that second spell slot and inflict wounds. Does a 23 hit?
A 23 does hit.
That's humane.
Yeah, I'm gonna put spell magic through. Oh, it's all the look at the damn fear as you die, and let me roll for damage. That's a lot of 10s. That's 31 points of damage.
Oh,
Fisscourth.
hi.
What does your inflict wounds look like?
The way that the Church of Cacophony has taught this, and in their prayers and scriptures, it looks like your life force is leaking out of you. If you've seen that scene in Dark Crystal where the life force is being taken out of the podling, it looks a bit like that. So what you see first, I think Arat, camera view as the Walk is snapping at him furiously. You watch his fist's claw sinks into its skull, and almost as if she's injecting dark magic into this thing. Just this purple viscous fluid begins to drip out of it, and it falls to the ground. Life force rendered to nothing.
You do this, and this walk with this life force leaking out of it. It's blood leaking out of it into Arat as he continues to feed on this thing, getting smashed by Sulong, and Yuiza, poised to strike, falls to the ground dead. You are all out of combat.
Just sort of pull back, head up, and let the rest of the blood drain down. This is the second time in 2 days that he's had full blood, so he's just sort of like lost in it for a second.
Two heads level. Sulong is like squatted in front of the walk. He just sees Arat pull his head back and just let out this growl of like satisfaction. Sulong's like, you know what? I'm not gonna ask.
You say that, and as you do, limping out from behind the rocks comes a tiny goblin. Friends or foes?
Friends, certainly. Would you like your wounds tended to?
I can take care of myself. I think your friends need it more than I can. Oof, and he stumbles forward, and I need to drink a few potions. I need to go find my wife. She saw those bubble things that, they're on your friend. Oh no, that's not good.
Am I technically not charmed anymore since I fell unconscious?
Yes.
Or am I still charmed? Okay.
You are no longer charmed. However, these bubbles are still on you.
I've been meaning to ask, what's up with the bubbles?
I don't know. My wife saw one and she thought it was cute. And then there were a couple others, and she followed them over this way. And I was trying to keep up with her, but a little bit slower than she is, which I constantly remind her to just, slow down a little bit. But she's a power walker. She likes to get her power walk in every morning with some of the other ladies from our village. But she kept walking after it and followed it off over that way. And then these bird things, and he kicks one of the walks that is laying lifeless on the ground, came out of nowhere and surrounded me, and the only thing I could do was get up on the rock because I'm only as tall as their leg is. I'm really glad y'all showed up, and I'm gonna sit right here. I'm just gonna have a sit. And he sits down holding his wounded side. for a breather.
Well, we can certainly look for your wife, but I think we need to tend to ourselves first. And Fiss, already gathering magic in her little claws, starts walking towards Yuiza.
Okay.
I was going to just stop Fist real quick, and he'll rustle into his back pocket and pull out 2 healing potions.
Oh, yes, practical
We-
option.
Might need your magic for later.
Oh, more of these things. Pack predators.
Yuiza is cleaning her daggers. And I would assume the two with very special hearing will hear, "It's getting annoying." And then so long you just see a smile come back to her face. Well, I don't know why the bubbles are around me, but I would like to know because now it's getting pretty weird.
As Yuiza says this, can everyone roll me a perception check on the bubbles?
Is it vision based?
No, you can hear them as they multiply.
Okay.
So you can roll this as well without disadvantage.
Oh, God, 14.
Okay.
13.
19.
The most natural of 20s.
Okay, what was Yuiza's?
13.
13. At this point, the bubbles begin to count as a swarm. And Yuiza, there are so many of them on you now that you start to feel a tingling where your skin is exposed to them. And I will need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I am good at those, hopefully. 15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you only take half of this.
I only have 8 hit points, though.
Well, it can't roll an 8 against you, so.
The +4 happens for like the next minute. We're out of combat, but it still happens for the next minute. So I don't know how you want to factor that.
Take another 4 HP and then delete it as these
Okay.
remove.
So don't add anything.
Yeah. So we'll just negate it. But you feel it feels like a very strong chemical peel.
Yuiza's saying this. It's like, oh, they look weird. And then she feels the tingle like this burning.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a low, almost snarl from her as her hands turn to claws and she starts just clawing at the air around her. Her teeth exposed. They're slightly pointed now. And the thickened nails at the tip of her fingers are just clawing at the bubbles around her as she's pissed.
Roll to hit the bubbles.
I don't know what's going on behind me, but I heard bubbles multiplying, and now I hear it sounds like an animal. So Arat's hand just turns icy and with a light blue glow here as he's readying Ray of Frost.
This quickly just puts a hand over his and just says, "No, it's Yuiza. It's just Yuiza."
Ooh, natural 1. Still gonna swipe at them no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
She's still she's going a bit feral, swiping at these things.
Yeah, you attempt to hit them, but they are still on you.
Get them off!
DM, do they count as an individual creature?
They count as a swarm. So
Okay,
they have the stat block they just have one stat block that they work off of.
And they are considered like a separate creature from Yuiza despite being on her.
Mhm.
Cool. So I'll hear Fisscourth say that and let's go, And I'm still going to point my hand straight back and use Ray of Frost behind me because if the bubbles are all over her, it'll hit them instead of her.
Okay, go for it.
Is a 14 hit?
That hits.
Okay. So it's going to take 6 cold damage.
Okay. You take about a third of these bubbles off of Yuiza. You watch as these bubbles just freeze over.
That happens, the hand goes normal, and then he pulls the hand back, and it starts like freezing up again as he's preparing a second one.
All right, hold. I believe this may need a bit of divine intervention. Would you all mind covering your ears for me, please? And this is going to channel divinity.
Okay.
Eating.
All right.
11 hit points.
All right.
Oh god, wait, I need to ask. Can these bubbles hear?
Since sound is a physical vibration in the air, I'm going to say they don't need to hear.
Okay, well, I
It'll
was
still
about to
take the
be like,
damage,
It's,
yeah.
it's about to do nothing.
Yeah.
They're bubbles.
Yeah. So there's only about 3 or 4 now left on Yuiza.
Sulong's just gonna take 2 steps back, put himself into a runner's starting position, count to 3. There is another pop as a divot forms in the ground from where he launches himself. And he's going to tackle Yuiza, grab her, put her on his shoulder, and just run to try and get the the wind to brush the bubbles off, essentially.
You feel claws just digging into your skin.
If that's how Yuiza responds, roll to hit Sulong. Sulong, roll me a d20.
Okay. That's a 16.
Okay. Fantastic. So you do get the remaining bubbles off of Yuiza, and they just float about in the air, bobbling around.
I'm going to hit the second ray of frost if they've run away at this point.
As Yuiza's clawing into Sulong, he just sets her down and wraps his arms around her and just tightens.
What was Yuiza's?
Does this 16 hit? I don't think so.
Does not, no.
Okay.
I'll say you
Okay.
nicked his cheek.
Yeah, no, she's just holding on to you very tightly.
Yeah, like a cat, in a bath.
He just won't be taking damage. But narratively, it still does happen, what you described. Arat, what was that ray of frost?
13.
Okay, yeah, that's going to hit.
And that is 4 cold.
Okay, yeah, you take out the remaining bubbles, and that bubble that was already here begins drifting away from you all in the direction that Hugo, the little goblin man, indicated his wife ran.
They might be parasites of some sort. Yuiza, are you feeling faint, ill, any sort of... And Fist just kind of... She does the mom thing where, she spits on her talon and then puts it on Yuiza's head.
As Sulong's holding you, she is tense. Her claws are digging into his skin, into his clothes, and she just slowly starts just relaxing her body, and the claw slowly retreating. I'm fine. She does
Sure.
not move away from Sulong, but she's relaxing.
I'm going to separate you from me now.
All right.
And he'll gently push her away and kind of just look her over all right, let's see. How's
She's
your
got
neck?
a lot of she's bloody. She's only got 8 hit points. I'm just gonna I have potions, that's fine. I am fine. Fist, everything's okay. Thank you. So long.
Yeah.
We probably ought to pursue that bubble. It might be seeking another host. Arat, would you mind coming here? And
I'll touch around on the ground, find my stick, stand up, and face the group. Just blood, forehead to mid chest. Yes.
Fist sort of just describes as she's seen the bubble head off in the direction that Hugo is pointing. I understand that we are not in the best condition, but I cannot in good conscience let this woman be consumed by these bubbles.
Rest up. I'll go scout ahead. Come
All right.
back.
I'll come with you. You might need magical support.
I'm a lot faster on my feet by myself. Just look after these 2, please.
Put me in babysitting duty. Okay, wow. This will sit down.
I am fine so long.
As you all are getting ready to do this, Yuiza, don't forget, healing potions do max healing when you take them.
I did
but
actually roll
also-
max healing too, so
Excellent. Also, as you reach into your bag to pull these potions out, can you make me a perception check?
17?
Okay. You find your potions, as you were expecting, but your hand also brushes against something else metallic in the bag.
Grab it.
Okay. You're pulling it out?
Sure.
Sulong, what does the lost fighting fan look like that you lost in the woods?
It is beautifully crafted. It's a blackened wood, and when you on one end of the fan, there's what looks like an eastern dragon that's been engraved in like this sort of golden filigree. When you whip it open, it is this azure blue.
Yuiza, you pull out Sulong's lost fighting fan. His other one is obviously securely attached to his equipment.
She's watching how he's just running away, and she has the fan in her hand, and she's like,
And that is where we are going to go to break. And we're back. Hey, everybody. I would like to thank the sponsors of tonight's game, Weirdworks. Weirdworks is a small TTRPG business crafting unique TTRPG themed items featuring the art of designer and illustrator Brenda Ho and developer and writer Tom Denick. After the success of their first Kickstarted deck, the Adventurer's Tarot, they have successfully funded another Kickstarter for the new Eldritch Overload Tarot, which puts a cyberpunk twist on the standard tarot spread. You can use code HYPE to get $5 off of any $40 purchase on their site, which is around what their tarot decks are if you are interested in picking up either of these decks. In our game specifically, Zach, playing Arat, is playing the Wild Oracle, a 5e custom class written to work in conjunction with the Adventurer's Tarot. Their original deck comes with several alternate uses, both for players and GMs. So you can use a custom 5e class, or if that isn't your jam, you can also use them to randomly pull weird weather effects with their weird weather supplement on the fly as a GM, or maybe if you're considering gifting one of these tarot decks to one of your players around Christmas time or to a friend who's interested in D&D, you can also use this as an alternate for the Deck of Many Things in the game as well. They have completely rewritten the deck because it is one of those things that DMs tend to shy away from, as some of the items on it can be a little bit game breaky. But I have used it in 2 games at this point as a Deck of Many Things. And a lot of the times it's just a lot of fun and a lot of silliness that gets interjected into a game when you use it in that way. And to further use this deck as a part of our sponsored episodes, we are going to have Zach do a reading for one of our characters. Whose turn was it this week to have a reading done?
This week, we had Yuiza, who posed a question to me.
Yeah.
She wanted to know, Yuiza wanted to know if she was headed in the right direction, or more specifically, how could she get closer to her goal?
Okay.
So we're going to pull a few cards, and we're going to see what the answer is to that.
All right, let's do it.
First, we have the monk.
Mm-hmm.
The monk represents balance or withdrawal. It's specifically for focusing within.
Mm-hmm.
So the first step to this is to look inward to yourself, assess yourself before you assess the direction that you're in, assess the situation that you're in.
Okay.
Second, very fitting card for Yuiza is the Rogue.
Nice.
That's for deception or liberation. It specifically suggests adapting to change and facing challenges. So once you properly assess yourself, adapt to whatever changes are happening around you so that you can get closer to that goal.
yeah.
And finally, we have the Ally. The Ally is a card of support or burden, but it suggests finding people to work with you on this. So after you evaluate yourself and adapt to the changes that you have, find people to work with you on this goal.
Read me the stuff, won't you? Damn. Whatever. You don't know me. I mean, kind of, but you don't know me. That was very accurate, actually.
You know what? That was some food for thought. Thank you so much to our friends over at Weirdworks for being the first sponsor of this game and the first TTRPG game sponsor on my channel. They are wonderful people running a wonderful company. And if you are fortunate enough to pick up any of their products, I cannot recommend them enough. If you'd like to use code HYPE, that will get you, again, $5 off any $40 purchase or more on their site. Thank you again, WeirdWorks. And let's slide back into this game, y'all. Shall we? So, you just fought some very large birds who wanted to turn you into lunch. And a few of you took some pretty hard hits throughout the course of combat. And there's a little goblin man taking a nap right here. I'm just going to nap right here next to this rock. Informing you that his wife ran off after one of these bubbles earlier. Bubbles that have turned out to be acidic with a dissolving capability, as Yuiza felt. Sulong, roll me a survival check as you follow this bubble and move through the forest.
17.
17? Okay. You don't have any trouble following it. You follow the creature for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And the ground begins to get soft beneath your feet. And you notice that the woods begin to darken around you. Do you continue on, or do you call for your friends?
Quietly, he's gonna double back and head back towards the group to report in. Once he meets up with them, it gets a bit wet up ahead.
A bit
Wet.
what, sorry?
Bit wet.
Oh,
Wet.
swamp. Dreadful.
Sulong, here, and she'll hand you the fan.
Fall
It
out of my
wasn't-
bag?
It's what's in my bag. I don't know how.
He'll reach for the other fan, like where he normally keeps the fans, and feels the other one and just like, what?
Yeah, she'll just hand it back to him. I was just looking for potions, and then I felt something else, and when I reached out, it was that.
You know what? Weirder things have happened today.
Yes, they have.
I would like to know who's putting stuff in my bag.
I'd be surprised if it was more Fey nonsense, but hopefully those bubbles have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a really bad sunburn. It hurt a lot.
Are you okay, Yuiza? You sounded very different when you were trying to deal with them.
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just a little annoyed. Sorry.
Use a roll
Just
me a
making
medicine
sure.
check.
That was almost a 19. 12.
12 is more than enough. Yuiza, you're right. This is almost akin to a sunburn. And you surmise that someone exposed to this for a longer period of time could be in significantly more danger and pain than you were.
If these bubbles are still surrounding that goblin's like wife and kid, it's going to feel like a 3rd degree burn. We need to find them.
We should, yes. I have expended all uses of my deck for today, but I still have bits I can do.
I can call upon divine forces to heal if need be, but she has such a small body if her husband is any to go off of. We'd best hurry.
I can stab.
Just so we're clear, we don't have to fight everything here. I can run up to her, grab her, and go.
While that is true, I would feel remiss leaving things in this area that could prey on more people who do not know it's coming.
Remiss or not, we're not in a condition for another full fight. So, if we have to, play it smart, alright?
If we have to.
Grab them and run.
Precisely. Strategic. Onward.
You guys want me to sneak ahead? See if there's anything else?
Would that make you feel better?
I don't like how you phrased that. It's not about me, Arat.
It can be.
I don't. Okay. I don't want it to be.
Come along with you, just to be safe. You are in a delicate condition at the moment, and don't worry, I won't cause any sound. And with that, I'm going to activate. Pretty sure it's called Predator's Grace, but I want to be double stealth of the Predator. I will gain advantage on stealth, but this is going to look really scary. Yuiza is just going to watch as the bat-like features on her face become a lot more prominent, and her eyes glow blood red. Shall we?
You're so pretty.
She just covers her face with her wings. Onward, like I said.
All right.
Yuiza smiles, but then gives a side eye to Arat and his questions.
Sulong's just gonna reach into his tunic, pull out a handkerchief, and hand it to Arat. You've got a little something on your face.
I have a lot of something on my face. Thank you.
Both of you roll stealth for me.
That's a 9.
16.
Think life advantage. 17.
15, sorry.
Okay, 17 for Fisscourth, 15 for Yuiza.
Mhm.
Okay. You are able to move forward through the woods. Nothing appears to come for you. Do you get out of sight of the others? Okay.
As is Fist.
Okay. I'm going to say you all get to about here. Moving along. About 55 feet away from Sulong and Arat. And as you move through the area and you get to this large boulder, the ground beneath your feet gets wetter and wetter. It's unusual because the other indicators that there would be a bog here are not there. It just seems like something suddenly has made the ground wet. But you see, lying amidst the swampy water on a large mound of earth, a woman. A half-giant woman, to be exact. With long, almost burning red locks. The locks are pulled back up high off of her head. And Fisscourth, roll me a perception check.
Oh boy.
If your ability gives you advantage, you can go ahead and have the advantage. Otherwise, roll it straight.
That's 16.
16. You notice that this person, their hair contrasts with their dark skin, unusually bright, almost giving off a bit of light. And you can see from a distance, there is a light glowing in their skin, moving up the veins, similar to the way that the green of Amelie and Farah's hands move up their fingers and into what looks like veins through their arms.
Oh, she's going to be a difficult patient. Yuiza, do you see that woman there? God, she's large. I believe that's the wife.
And you also see 4 groups of bubbles floating on the island, quite near her.
Oh, we have to get her out of there. Oh, so that is a very brave goblin.
I have questions, but I will not question their marriage. We ought to do away with those bubbles. I don't believe I have it in me to give them another prayer, but let's see.
They are susceptible to attack. So it's possible to just, if we get over there, we could just grab her and run, but I'm afraid these bubbles are going to keep coming out for people in the woods.
This just gestures at her monstrous face. I don't think she should be waking up to me, but they do seem attracted to activity. How about you grab her and drag her while I distract them?
I don't think you realize that I am not the strongest, and she's going to go like this, like flexing her arms, but there's nothing to flex. It's all just jiggly.
Yes, perhaps I could drag her.
And while I think I could definitely pull a half giant woman, I don't think I could physically pull a half giant woman.
Perhaps the distraction should be left to you, and I could do the pulling. Don't ask me how, but I'm very familiar with moving dead weight.
Very strong.
Sulong? Should I fetch Sulong?
Yeah.
Yes, I will go do that. Keep an eye on those bubbles.
I'll plan a distraction. I'm gonna stay right here, behind this rock.
This is going to fly back, and Chitter, Sulong is just gonna see she looks monstrous, but it's still this in there. Sulong, would you mind? We need your assistance. We need your muscles in particular. Arat, could you come along too as well?
I'm more than just a lady with muscles.
Encouraging, yes.
We need a cheer team, yes. Let's go. And Fisk will lead them back to the giantess.
All right. You all move in and you see the same sight as the others. There is a giantess laying on the ground, bubbles floating around her. And there is some swampy water between you and this mound of earth that she is resting upon.
With that described to me, I'll just... Should we be hitting the bubbles then?
We were thinking a distraction to get the bubbles away from her, right? So, and then we could grab her and run, but I think we should also kill the bubbles, because if other people are around and the bubbles come up, but if we start with a distraction, I could just run out and yell. I'm very good at screaming. Not as good as Fist, but
If you point me in the direction, they're a bit far away from me to feel where they are, but and just the whole blue hand with the light comes up again. If you point me, I can reach them.
Okay. So it is across the marsh, but if you stand here and she'll pull him over here, I don't know why I'm able to pull you, but that's fine. It's about
In character.
25 to 30 feet to that way. So with the way you're facing,
He's going to hold his hand out and just go, just angle me.
Okay, I'm just going to... She's just going to angle him.
All right.
Should you get her out of the way of fire before we do such things?
Well, I was going to say to tell me when, but I need to at least be facing them.
Distraction ensued.
So you guys can go grab her, and then I will light Arat up. I guess.
Perhaps if you aim me for ones that are not near her, I can get the rest of their attention by hitting them.
Yeah. I'm just going to aim and point with Arat's arm and treat him like I'm holding a gun. I'm fully loaded and I am not afraid to use this thing, and I'm just waving around Arat's arm.
And who's going to attempt to go grab her?
Too long. You are more than just your muscles, but we really do need your muscles right now.
This will join him too. I'll even fly him across the water if that helps.
Okay.
Sulong, do you accept this putting her talons around your shoulders and lifting you up?
Thank you, but I think I can manage.
Oh, of course. Do you have wings?
Something like that. Again, Sulong gets into the 3-point sprinter stance. He closes his eyes for a second, inhales, exhales. There is the sound of another divot in the ground as he uses a bonus action to dash.
Okay.
And also another action to dash, so his movement speed is 120 feet.
Okay.
So he can get up to here. Is the bog difficult terrain? That factors in speed.
It is. As you set foot into the bog and run across it. Does a 17 hit you?
No.
You all watch as the bog itself comes up in a wave and slams down just behind where Sulong was. And the boggy water that is all around you begins to bubble and shift.
Let's sound good.
Explaining this to Arat, it's like, the water just tried to eat the block. Oh my god, the water is shifting.
If anyone has proficiency in nature, you can roll me a nature check.
Do not.
Nope. I'm a nerd.
I have nature.
Okay.
Wait, I'm not proficient.
All right. Never mind.
None of us are rangers or druids.
May
No.
I use my interact action to fireman carry the half giantess?
You can. You will need to move as though your movement is going through difficult terrain, though, as she is much larger than you.
I have speed and spades at
Good.
this point.
Good. You are running her back across?
Yep.
All right.
And if that bog trap comes up again, I'm just gonna try my best to shield her with my body.
It does. But this time, as you cross, you and the rest of your party, including the person you are carrying, are within its reach. So 22 hit you all.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will all take 13 points of bludgeoning damage. And I will need you all to make a Constitution saving throw.
God, that's most of the hit points I have.
No, because I'm down.
Okay.
I have 3 hit points.
Because I had 13.
10.
6. Why did I roll digitally?
I don't know. What did Fisscourth roll?
I'm doing that right now. I'm
Okay.
a little spooked and scared. I have a little my jimmies have been wrestled. We'll see how this goes. That was almost a 17. That's a 7.
Oof, woof. You all become poisoned for the next minute. And you can see as Arat takes this hit and falls to the ground, you can all see as the bog riles and bubbles and creates more of these bubbles popping up into the air that you saw previously. What do you all do?
How do we kill a bog? Yuiza is straight up taking her greater healing potion and shoving it down Arat's throat.
Okay, you can do that. All right, go ahead and add the max healing for whatever healing level that is. Fisscourth, what are you going to do?
Seeing as the swamp has launched it up and feeling venom in my veins, as Sulong is carrying her, Fist is going to take flight and provide her own, lift her up probably by the scruff of her dress. Just get a little of that weight off Sulong and maybe a little air pushage from the wings.
Okay. You can definitely help Sulong move her along. Sulong, are you still going to continue running?
Yep.
Okay. All right, with you all back up, does the party continue to run?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to fire off my my ray of frost as I run back because I'm just like, screw this.
Yuiza will
Roll
help
the
by
hit.
pointing. Just points his arm.
17.
That is just enough to hit this. As it goes to make another slamming, splooshing hit against you, you hit it with this ray of frost, and you freeze this wave momentarily in place with your cold magic, and you are all able to get out of its reach as it does not have a lot of movement, but you are all able to move away with this unconscious half giant, in tow. As you pass through the other pools of bog water that are connecting to this, you see as more of them come and slam down near you, but none of them have quite the reach as this creature cannot attack you. Part properly. And you are all able to head back to the campsite.
Oh god, I just realized I'm at 3 hit points. Yeah, this is not good.
I'm also at 3 hit points.
I'm back up to almost entire hit points, but I'm just like wired. Like, what happened?
There was water, and the bog is trying to eat us, and the bubbles are coming from the bog. And are you okay? You went down there. I had to shove like a whole potion. I was really hoping you didn't choke.
I'm fine.
Hugo, are you still here? Are you still with us in the mortal realm?
What? Don't eat the leftover. What? Where? And you see Hugo wake up from his little I'm hurt nappy nap against the rock.
This is going to be really awkward if it's not. But
a
is this your
hero!
wife? This is your wife. Good.
Okay.
And you see him running towards you all with his hands outstretched. Is she okay? Is she what happened? What was it? Was it the bubbles? Do we need to go fight them? What do you need?
Coming from the bog. The bog will eat us. Do not go fight the bog.
Do not. Okay.
Just don't travel here anymore. Just go back to the village. Don't enter this forest ever again. She's on the ground, like just at 3 hit points, just so bad. Everything hurts.
Same with Fish. She's just plopped down next to you. We should warn Dolphin, but I need a nap.
I want a nap right here.
Fine.
Just hugging Fizz.
You are all also surrounded by the carcasses of the walks that you left in the woods in this area.
Yeah, can I start butchering them?
Sure. If you would like to, go ahead and roll me a survival check.
Sure. Sulong will also hand out the 2 normal potions that he has to Fizz and Yuiza.
Mm-hmm.
Drink these. Take a second. Pulls out a skinning knife.
Oh, thank you.
And Hugo will begin attending to his wife. And with a couple potions in her, she regains consciousness. Oh, hi. Hugo, who are these people? She is very soft-spoken for her size. Honey, did you go? What happened? Who are all of you?
We came to help. Ignore the dead birds.
Oh.
I said ignore them.
Right.
16.
You were surrounded by bubbles, and they were hurting you.
Oh,
But
the bubbles were
consumed by the
bad?
landscape. Yes, unfortunately.
Bubbles are very bad.
Hunters.
Oh dear, Hugo, I'm so sorry. I thought it was so pretty and I couldn't stop following it. I don't know what I was going to do. And Hugo pats her on the arm. It's okay, honey. These folks came along and I don't know how they found us, but they helped us. We can rest up and continue on to Dull Hen. Here, do any of you need some more potions? I have 2 more, and he will hand you all 2 health potions.
I'm doing better. Did you take yours, Fizz?
Fizz is as you turn to speak to her. You know how toddlers drink from water? They do like they do the sighs, they breathe into it. That's what she's doing. Double fisting this whole potion. Just
Yeah. Okay.
Double clawing.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we could probably use with a little bit more healing in case those bubbles come after us. I will take those potions here. Too long. Take one, please.
Sulong, as Yuiza hands you this, you are able to gain meat off of these birds. There were, how many in total did I have in the encounter? 6. If you are able to carry about 20 pounds of meat, you gain 20 pounds of poultry, as well as 6 razor feathers And when you go to pull these from the birds, they are as sharp as the blades of your fighting fans.
With the smell of all of the butchering in the air, I want to do one thing, which is I'm going to walk over to one of the ones that Sulong has been like flaying, and I'm going to fill my other water skin with whatever blood is available.
Go for it. That is going to keep for you, we'll say, for 24 hours.
That's good enough.
Since it is not a magical water skin. But yeah, you can definitely do that.
Yuiza is going to give Fizz the other healing potion that Hugo gave him.
Okay.
I'm also toddler drinking that.
There you go.
Sounds good. And the woman introduces herself to you as Akira. Sorry, we kind of got lost and thought it would be better to just rest here before trying to find the road again.
It's not every day you come across really bad bubbles. It's fine.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. And then it got very dark and very wet. And that's about all I remember. You wouldn't happen to know which direction to go to Dull Hen, would you?
Yeah. We're staying there. It's that way. And
We're members of the Wardens. We're from there, and Fizz looks much better. If that healing potion has given her back whatever vigor.
Oh, your wardens we were actually on our way to the guild. Well, it's kind of a combination. This is a combination of our honeymoon trip and also a work trip. We're looking for someone from home. We have a message to deliver. Do you know anyone by the name of Farah or Amelie?
oh yeah.
This turns bright pink.
We do. They're also wardens, also Mazeltov.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, Amelie, of course. Yes, very close.
Here can get a message to them all the time.
She's very good friends with them. And I pointed at Fisscourth.
Oh,
You can give it to them yourself, though. Fizz is just blushing. You'll be able to speak to them. We'll all go together as a company, right? Friends, comrades, brothers in arm. And she starts fanning herself with a wing.
Sulong
What is
just
your message?
warps out a fan and hands it to Yuiza to help fan Fizz.
and Akira puts a hand on her chest and looks at Hugo. Just like when you first met me. So sweet. And Hugo starts turning red and kicks the dirt a little. And I wasn't that obvious. And Akira gives him this look like, you totally were, bro.
What was your message?
Go ahead.
We could take you back to Dolhen.
Yes.
We might have taken care of our beastie problem. We'd have to see with our client if the problem still persists, but yeah.
And we should tell the wardens about the swamp being its own problem.
Yeah.
That would be so wonderful. We don't have anything that we can pay you with for helping us. But we
consider it a honeymoon gift.
Yeah, consider it a gift.
Thank
Honestly,
you.
we were already hired and we were already going back. There's no reason you cannot come with us.
Okay.
I need moon. Mm-hmm.
A moon?
A honeyed moon, is that what we're talking about?
No, that's
She's not familiar with the custom.
We were recently married.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. After a very long courtship, but it was absolutely worth it in the end. And Hugo, kicking the dirt, says, would have been faster if your mother would have just let me have your hand in marriage. Hugo, now you know that's just not how things are done with our people. We have to go through the trials. And she turns back to you. But anyways, yes, we are recently married. And this is sort of the time for couples who follow our traditions where they go off together on a little trip, a little vacation, and just enjoy each other's company.
It's like the first couple's vacation after getting married, and it's like very private, so they get to spend time with each other and be all lovey-dovey together, and it's really cute.
Oh yes, we have that as well. We called it the bloodening.
Yeah.
It's
We
intriguing.
go back to Dolan now.
Yes.
And Fizz is gonna just be gurgling over this giant woman, because also me too, a giant woman.
As
Fisscourth, you and Yuiza probably come up to like her elbow.
Sarah, this is violence.
You're so tall, Akira, and you're like so pretty. You did really good, Hugo.
How tall are you, Akira? I was just curious.
Oh, I'm a little short for my family, but I'm 8 foot tall.
Do you have siblings that are single?
No, my
Oh.
older siblings are both married. Sorry.
God's have mercy.
That's fair. I bet you have a very lovely looking family because you are very pretty. You are very handsome, Hugo. You guys make a lovely couple.
Yeah, we do, don't we? And he reaches up for his wife's hand, and she just
her knee.
she scoops him up and sets him on her shoulder, and they continue on with her walking.
Perfect height. I mean, let's go, guys.
Hugo's living the dream.
But yes, with a short stop at their campsite, you are all able to help them pack up and head out of the woods. It's nearing late afternoon by the time you return to the road and make your way into town. Where do you take them to first?
Probably the wardens because they needed to go there.
Okay. You can definitely take them there. We will get that loaded. And Hugo will at that point slide off of his wife's shoulder and come down to shake everybody's hand. And Akira will shake all of your hands as well. Thank you so much for helping us out. It would have been another week before we got here.
It's all right. Come on. You can come meet the wardens and come see Amelie. Fizz, you should take them to Amelie and Farah.
Yes, I could do that. I could. Well, please follow me. Fizz will
Go.
shyly stumble in.
As
Can I open it?
you go to open the door, you push against it, and it does not budge, Yuiza.
Maybe I am a little... I can't open the door. Maybe I'm just a little tired.
Isn't it a push?
I'll try pushing and pulling and pushing and pulling.
You try to pull it, and as you all know, this door, the hinges move inward. And Yuiza, roll an investigation check for me.
That's 10.
That's all you needed to know. You notice that there's actually no lock on this door. There's just a handle.
I don't know if it's just someone else tried to open this door. There's no lock. I'm pushing and I'm pulling and
Hey, GM.
I'm really tired.
With the way that my senses work, can I just like put my head next to the door and get a sense of what's going on?
Do you have heightened hearing?
No, but I have blind sight and tremor sight up to a certain range.
Okay, that's true. With your tremor sense, on the other side of the door, you feel something that mimics breath.
Sound like a animal or person?
You're not able to tell.
Does it sound asleep or awake?
It sounds
Like steady or
slow and steady.
Okay.
Hello, she's knocking on the door. Can someone open this door?
I believe someone or something is asleep on the other side. You may have to push very hard or knock very loud.
She's pushing real
Shame.
hard.
Actually, Fizz will start to whistle. Sorry, Zulon, go right ahead.
Heads like a little bit north and peeks into the window.
Mhm.
Like sees Toby and just knocks.
And Toby looks up from his writing, confused.
Door stuck.
What? He will come over to the window and push it up.
The door stuck.
The door stuck. 1 second. I just oiled those hinges.
Trying, just pushing her whole body into this door.
I'm tapping the door furiously. Just, hello? Hello?
And as you are pushing furiously on this door, you all hear from the other side, Pershing, get over here. And Yuiza, make me a dexterity save as this door suddenly moves without Pershing's weight behind it.
Wow.
You go tumbling forward.
Wait.
Can I attempt to grab her since I'm just standing there?
Make me a dex save to try and grab her. DC 15.
Well, I got 18 plus 1, 19.
Okay. You grab Yuiza by the elbow, so you don't hit the ground, but you definitely get that jolt forward before you're caught.
Just ninja grab.
Thank you.
Sorry. He, for some reason, he's decided that the most inconvenient places in the building are his spot.
Toby air quotes around those last two words.
They're usually the most comfortable.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah. And Pershing is just sitting there, and you hear the metallic thump of this cane Corso construct's
It's
tail
okay.
against the floor.
He's just a baby. And she's gonna just squish him and do a little jowl scritch.
His mechanical jowls move in your hands. He pants a little harder, enjoying it. You all look bloody and muddy. Are you?
There is a bug trying to kill us.
Yes, you ought to warn the townspeople. Anything, Fizz will give the cardinal direction and a general description of the area. Beware of bubbles and swampy waters. It appears that it's not quite welcoming to beings not itself.
The bubbles will make you think that they are your friends, but they are not your friends. Do not get distracted by how pretty they are.
we will alert the people in town and send out a missive. I'll have someone look into that. Thank you for alerting us.
Yeah.
We did complete Miss Moon's contract, we believe.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Yeah, she left money here for that, and he will hand you. How much was this one for? I think it was. She left 75 gold here for whoever did the job.
Oh. I told her she didn't have to pay, but okay, I might need to go talk to her anyway, because I'm not sure if she was talking about the giant birds that were trying to kill us, or if she was talking about the bog, or the bubbles.
Either way, we have identified the source.
Oh crap!
They were giant birds.
I've got to sell this before it goes bad. Sorry. I'll catch y'all later.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what the smell was. And you can definitely head off to go do that. And Akira and Hugo are standing there with their hands in their pockets.
Oh, sorry. Fizz. Yeah, these are they're on their honeymoon, and they're here to see Amelie and Sara.
Yes, are you the guildmaster? And Toby will nod. Akira, this is Hugo. Yes, we are here on our honeymoon, but also on business. We need to speak with Amelie and Farah. It's a family business. You don't mind? And Toby nods and ushers them into his office. And he will go find the sisters and come back with them momentarily.
I could really use a nap.
Perhaps you should have one before you go back out into the woods, unless you feel the need to get to Miss Moon immediately.
Busy work day. And you see coming around the corner Amelie, Farah, and Toby.
I could sense the sarcasm in that one.
I'll just sort of gesture at the blood that is still on my clothes and go, quite.
Oh, hello, Amelie. Yes, very busy. We, road deeds. Yes, there are people here to speak with you.
I'm gonna very covertly put a hand just square on Fisscourth's back while she panics, just not really moving, just flat on her back.
Thank you. Toby did inform us. Are you all right?
No, I almost died
Oh,
to giant birds and then to bubbles. And then to a bog.
The world is full of terrors, it seems.
Yes.
so it
But
would
we face them where
seem.
we can.
Well, we will have to compare notes later. We completed our investigation as well.
Wonderful. Did you find anything of note?
A few things. We'll call on
My
you all
dearest.
later.
Wonderful. Perhaps we can have another meal.
Perhaps. And she and Farah will wave and head into Toby's office.
Pershing, you're the only one that understands me.
It truly is. But Yuiza, might I join you for a nap? Today has been quite a bit.
Yeah. Do you want to nap in the same bed?
Yes, I would prefer to have company.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We're gonna go have nap time upstairs. It's girls' night. We're
Girls'
taking
night.
naps.
I'm a nap right here.
Good night.
All right, you two are heading back to the Wands Want. Arat, where are you going?
I am going to explore a bit more because now I've heard about things in the town that I only felt but weren't sure what they were, such as the temple. So with Sulong gone, I'm going to walk into town. I might run into him if he's running into town to sell stuff, and I'm just going to walk back in the direction of the things I was exploring forever ago.
Okay. Anywhere in particular you want to end up?
Particularly the temple, because that was the one thing where I felt it and I wasn't sure what it was, but now I know what it is, so...
Okay. Yeah, we will come back to that. Sulong, you are going to go sell your procured meats?
Yeah, he's gonna try and sell all but 5 pounds of it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me 2d10.
11.
Excellent. You get 11 gold. Are you just selling the meat or the feathers as well?
He's gonna keep the feathers for... He heard there was a blacksmith in town and see he wants to see if they can use it for anything. But he's gonna use some money to buy some ingredients and head back to the Wands Want to cook a meal with the rest of the chicken.
Sounds good. Yes, as you walk through town, and Arat, as you move through town as well, you pass through what sounds like a metal working being done. The blacksmith shop that was not previously open has now been completed. You hear that on your way to the temple. Sulong, you see that the blacksmith shop is open, as well as the shop that is almost so close to the Wands Want that it's nearly attached. It has a 0 lot line, as they'd like to say in Nashville when I lived there. That shop has opened as well, and they have a display of garments and hats in one of the windows. It is a tailor's shop. Let's pivot back over to Arat. You're heading to the temple?
Yes. I'm just going to explore. Like I said, I'm learning the town since I only can see so much of it.
Yeah. You're able to make it back up to the temple. It's a bit quieter. It's later in the evening. Most people are at home at this point, cooking their meals, running their last-minute errands before going home for the day. But you can go in, wander about as you like.
I will wander around. I'm listening for sounds of people as I just wander and kind of feel and get a sense of what is in here.
Yeah. As you move in, there is a foyer that you move through, kind of a breezeway situation. And you move into a room that has a very pleasant echo to it, with many benches and pillars. You surmise that from the description of the others, that this is the Temple of Timora. And as you move about, you do find the altar, and your hands pass over the coins that you heard about being there, as this is where people bring their this is where people bring their offerings to the goddess. And you do feel the lower portion of her statue, like the feet and the hem of the skirt, where it's carved. And you hear...
I do pick up the coins just to feel them before I put them back down.
That's fine. And you do hear coming off from the right, you do hear the sounds of two people talking.
I'll wander in that direction.
Okay. Yeah, you wander that way, and you head into what is as you move in, you feel some shelves and some tables with scrolls, books, and parchments. This is like a small library in this temple, one of their areas of knowledge. And you hear a voice next to you. Oh, hi. It's nice to meet you. Can we help you? You hear the soft voice of Igbri. And you also hear the older voice of Duval come in from across the room. Yes, hi. You are unfamiliar to me. Can we help you with something?
Perhaps I'm new among the wardens. I came in with a group, and I'm learning the area. I heard there was a temple here. I frequented many temples in the many towns I've traveled to. So I thought I would learn of this one.
That is interesting. Yes, we cater to many here. My manners. Then you hear the rustling of fabric as Duval pushes back the sleeves of his robes, and he takes one of your hands in both of his and shakes them. And his hands are very frail and bony. It's like that paper thin, elderly skin. This man is very old and shakes your hands quite warmly. And then Igbari takes your hand as well in his, and you feel the scaled hand of a dragonborn, similar to Nismat's, but hers are a little more paw-like, and this is a little erring more on the humanoid side. The digits are a little bit longer than her hand is. From your interactions in the rest of the world, you're surprised that this is a material plane dragonborn.
Gotcha. I'm assuming that the handshakes come with names.
Yes, and Igbri will introduce themselves as well. Yes, we well, this is one of our libraries, he says. And then where you just came from is the temple to Timora. There's several others as well. And Duval cuts him off and point blank says, "We would advise not going into the fourth temple on the left from the main hallway. I don't think that the Raven Queen would appreciate you entering her temple."
Why is that?
And there is silence There is a lot that people can see when they get to be my age and do what I have done for many, many years. Don't worry, though. So long as you mean us no harm, you are welcome here. Our Rose Ressa, however, may be a little grouchy around you.
Understandable. I will rely on you to see that better than I will, but no, I've come to help, not to hinder or harm. My name is Arat.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Arat. So long as that remains true, you will have no trouble with anyone from the temple. I will see to it personally.
Wonderful. No, I'm mostly with my companions. I believe that they were here previously. That's how I knew to come here. Names are Sulong and Yuiza and Fisscourth.
Ah, yes. They did much work for us. We are very thankful for what they did.
I heard they had quite the adventure. I myself was a bit incapacitated while they were doing that, and perhaps somebody here may be of assistance with that. I travel from temple to temple as an oracle, and I am trying to decipher in greater detail what I experienced.
You're an oracle?
From time to time.
What is it? Who do you serve? Is there someone who grants you your abilities?
Just the hands of fate. Nothing more.
Well, there's Igbari leads you over to some of the shelves that are in the room and places your hand on them. There are many manuscripts here. The spines are embossed, although they're not in Braille. If that's what you need, I can have them translated.
I can read the ink.
Oh, okay. I don't.
I appreciate this, but I imagine that their descriptions may vary from mine. I am missing a critical component of what many call visions. I only have a few senses to work with. Perhaps I was wondering if perhaps there was somebody here familiar in divination and interpretation.
We all have a bit of experience with that.
Oh, wonderful! And I'm going to begin to describe I'm going to describe what you described to me, DM, in as full of detail as possible. And I'm going to include the personal feeling of it feels like someone or something is coming, and it's a foreboding feeling.
Well, crystals, and it could have been something that is coming, or showing you something that has occurred, or something that could occur or could not. It's
that is all the options. Yes.
And Duval will speak up and. Were there any names or anything mentioned with these visions?
Just a cacophony of sound. It was overwhelming and deafening. It sounded traumatic.
As many of the great events of our time are. We will research it further, but unless another vision is granted, we may not know more for quite some time.
If I experience another premonition, I will be certain to return.
We look
So
forward
hopefully,
to it.
Hopefully, be back on my feet a bit quicker than the last time.
We hope so as well. Yes, we do hope for that as well.
Thank you. Am I making you nervous, my friend?
There's a deep breath, and Igri goes, "No, it's just me."
My apologies. I understand. I understand now. Well, thank you both very much for your time, and if you gain any insight into this, please do let me know, or let any of my friends know. And I will do my best to avoid the fourth temple while I'm here.
And Igri will give you some more information on some of the smaller temples if you choose to go check any of them out, as well as describe to you where the office areas are, where you can often find him and Duval. But you are free to explore as much as you'd like while you're here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a walk around. I'm just gonna more of make note of where things are before I head back.
Yeah.
Probably towards the Wands Wand, unless I run into anybody on the way.
Yeah, you're able to get a pretty accurate mental image of this map, this place. And as you head back, Sulong probably beats you back to the Wandsmont, but you are all able to convene back there. I'll pull up the bedroom level, as it seemed like everybody was sleepy.
Oh, Sulong's cooking in the kitchen.
Oh, Sulong's cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah,
took
and
a bath.
well, actually, if Sulong's cooking, I heard Yuiza and Fisscourth talk about just bunking up together. So I'm gonna actually walk to the one person that is out and about that I know is there.
Okay.
So I'll go to Sulong.
Sounds good. Yeah, you can head over to the kitchen.
He's just humming something as pots, pans clatter.
Oh, what are you making?
Oh, hey, Arat. I was thinking of making some grilled chicken and plum sauce. I found most of the ingredients. I separated about 3 gold from my inventory, if that's cool with you, Sara.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. I'm sure the others will enjoy it very much.
Right. I have a little bit of rice too, so we have our carbs, we have our protein. I think all I'm missing is some veggies, and we'll be good to call it dinner. How was your walk to the temple?
It was good. Just learning the local area, sharing the premonition that I gained. See if I can get some more brains on it.
Yeah, it's good to seek guidance when you're lost.
I hope that my actions earlier in combat do not color perceptions.
There's a pause in the chopping of whatever Sulong has on the cutting board as he kind of thinks for a moment and then turns his head to Arat and continues to chop. We were in a very stressful situation. I don't fault you or Yuiza for kind of losing our cool there. Or were you speaking about something else?
I was, yes and no. Not everybody is as a level when they see more of what I am.
Ah, yeah. Sulong sets the knife down. There's and kind of turns the fire down to a simmer. Would you believe me if I said I'm kind of used to that?
Probably. You are no stranger to strangeness.
Yeah, no.
He gestures at his own neck in relation to Sulong.
I've only seen it happen like twice. There's something happens to some people in where I'm from. They kind of lose themselves to their bestial side. So I'm accustomed to the violence.
For what it's worth, that is not my usual method.
I've hung around with you long enough to know that, yeah.
Like I said, not everybody is level and not every town is receptive, so I appreciate the levelness of you and of Fisscourth, and I'm certain if Yuiza was not already suspecting, she probably knows now.
I've known the lot of you for less than a fortnight, but I can tell that you're good people. And I have a good nose for these kind of things.
Likewise.
Well,
do you need assistance with any of this?
Yeah, I could use a hand. If mum's the word on your... Can I call it a condition? Is that offensive?
It's just more of who I am at this point. It's complicated. It's probably more complicated than you're assuming as well, but details when they come.
Well, mother taught me that if someone says that it's none of my business, it's none of my business. So I'm just gonna, what do the kids say? Stay in my lane until you're ready to talk about it more.
And without looking, Arat actually picks up the knife and resumes the general pattern of cutting that Sulong was doing already. She goes, now that it's out in the open with you three, you are, as Fisscourth says, my colony, so I'd say it's business.
I'm kind of more concerned about what happened to Yuiza out there. Again, none of my business, but the concern's still there.
I am concerned that it seems to be wearing at her, whatever it is. She's very frustrated.
Yeah. I wonder if there's anything we can do for, well, you and her and Fiss. We haven't really had like a sort of... We've had meals, but we haven't had like a social sort of thing, It's mostly been work.
I usually just find myself in social situations and not used to organizing them. But I suppose we could.
Yeah. Let me
I'll follow your lead on this one. Yes.
Yeah, let's do some research on it.
Very well. Thank you.
There is a sliding noise as Sulong puts a spring onion in front of Arat. Can you get that for me, please?
Yeah, he's still just very evenly down the line, as if he can see it cutting.
They'll prepare a meal together.
Awesome. And on that adorable, wholesome heart-to-heart, that is where we're going to call it for tonight. We are a little bit over. Thank you again, Weirdworks, for sponsoring this game, and we will see you all next week. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for tonight's episode of Luck and Chaos. Don't forget to leave a review on your favorite podcast platform of choice. It really helps our show grow. Arat was played by Zachary Vaudo. Yuiza was played by Alessa Vamp. Fisscourth was played by Abby. Sulong was played by RJ. And your GM and producer tonight was Sara Roberts. The Luck and Chaos theme, A Twist of Fate, was composed by Sneakernet. Download it now on Bandcamp. Link in the show notes below. Check out our show notes for cast info and links to the third-party content featured in this game. If you'd like to join us for our Patreon-only after show, visit us on patreon.com/thehypegoblin. This show and others like it are made possible by the generous support from our patrons.